What's up, guys? It's Scion. I'm back. I'm back at some Black Desert. Now, I had an interesting question. I have a few, I guess you can call them influencers, ask me if I want to do videos on Black Desert. And I actually turned one down, which is kind of sad because if you guys know what influencers are, they pretty much come to YouTubers and Twitch people and they actually, offer services or offer you money basically to make a video. I turned it down and I kind of felt bad because I like the game, but I figured I would talk about why I would turn something like this down. Now, in essence, I like Black Desert. Black Desert is a very good game, but Black Desert has a problem. I think endgame in Black Desert was poorly thought out and out of here. Was poorly thought out, and it's like they're not even like really concerned about fleshing it completely out, because I feel that you can put endgame in Black Desert. You can make it so that there's adventures and that there's quests. Now they're leading up to that. They're leading up to that, and it's getting to a point where it's actually becoming good and more interesting. But the overall problem is I just don't, even though it doesn't take that long, I just don't want to grind ridiculously. And that's kind of what happens to you starting at level 53. You pretty much have to grind ridiculously. Finish this quest out. I'm kind of just overpowered for that quest, so it kind of doesn't matter. But I don't want to do that. Like, to be honest with you, and don't get me wrong, it's very easy. It's very easy to level in this game. It's not some crazy management. Let's see here. Do I want to do this? Nah, I don't want to do this right now. Think about that later. You can easily go from 1 to 58 in probably like 3 or 4 days. Easy. It's just easy. I'm just gonna slaughter all you guys for the video. Smush. Like, the combat in this game is so much fun, and it seems like it's just wasted because you don't do anything but end up grinding, and then that end game on top of that is basically grind, get better gear, go PvP. Grind, get better gear, go PvP. Grind, get better gear, go PvP. And it's such a shame because there is actual raid bosses, but they get zerged down so fast, and then for those of you who can actually last long enough to actually see the boss, and we're talking about PC wise, because when you have that many people out there in this type of game, you have to just pretty much have high end, or you're just not going to see anything at all, or just be moving at the snail's pace, like down to like 20 FPS or something like that, and you're not going to be able to do much of anything. Let me leave that area alone because I don't actually have to do this. I'm just doing it for fun. With that said, what I would like is I don't want dungeons. I don't want traditional like Warcraft bullshit, because that would kind of like piss me off. What I really do want, however, is I would like, get wrecked. I would like to actually come in and have like a more open world dungeons. There's plenty of exploring. Like, if you want to be an explorer in this game, you can be an explorer. That's awesome. You can be in-game PvP. You can be a crafter. You can be a grinder. But what I would really like is I would like the awe and mystery of Black Desert to come out. I would like to be able to just run around and be able to take on a super cool boss, or go through storyline, kind of similar to how the Chronicles are and Rift, if you ever play Rift online. Like, just more to do, that you can feel more immersed into the world and feel a part of the world, because I don't think that you really feel a part of the world in Black Desert, and I think that's part of the problem with Black Desert right now, is that you don't really feel a part of anything. And a lot of the times, dungeon and story is what causes that, and this game just doesn't do a good job at dungeon and story. And I think that's what burns me out and makes me not want to grind, because it's like I do all that and then what for? just to just to have like this imaginary cap at EXP, because I call it an imaginary cap pretty much, because all it really is that you are going to a level and then you just get to a point of EXP gets so grindy that it barely even moves. Like you're killing like 100 things to go like 0.1% of an EXP, and that's not fun either. So they're like, this is not me like bashing Black Desert, because I actually love Black Desert as it is, but I just wanted it to be more at this point. I wanted to be something great. I wanted to be at a point where it's super beyond everything else on the market, and it has the potential to actually do that. It has the potential for you to just straight up have some fun and have this combat mean something beyond going to go slaughter other people who are playing with you. PvP is fine, but PvP should never be in game. I've always said that in every MMO, that PvP is just not a type to be in game. That can't be in game because that's too limiting. You can't do but so much. But okay, kill somebody over here, go siege this castle, go in this dungeon. It's like that. This is not, unless somebody innovates how PvP works in the MMO, is always going to be limited. So that to have that be in game is always going to be a failure at the end of the day. Now I'm not saying that Black Desert is a failure. It's certainly not, but it just can't have PvP be the ultimate end game. Now, like I said, there's raid bosses and stuff like that, and guild sieges and things like that, which are pretty fun. I like the raid bosses, actually. We need more of those. We need more hunts. We need BAMs. We need BAMs like in Terra. They need BAMs. And technically they have BAMs, but again, they're not like really part of anything. They're not story. They're just like banners. You go run somewhere and call something out, and it's like, hey, here you go. Like, there's no reason behind it majority of the time. Sometimes the quest or lore is really vague, and it's like the black spirit says, hey, go kill that, like what I just did just now. Like, it just popped out and it's looking at you like, hey, I'm a boss, and I'm like, hey, I'm Scion, die. And okay, is that fun? Like, no, not really. So we need a little bit more than that. We need storytelling. We need lore. That's what I think they should go in and actually use resources on. Lore and storytelling. Make everything fit. Make us have a reason and feel like we're supposed to be in this game doing something other than just running around slicing like I'm doing right now. This is what you do. When you're grinding, you just go to a high level area and do pretty much what I'm doing right now and grind EXP. And it's like, look, I'm a pro. No, you're not. This is boring. Like, see, that's just the problem right there. Like, it's interesting, but for so long. That's why I initially went, I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna just show. I could just basically go into a high level, like go to Susans or something like that, or Sasins. Where are you at? And go do that, and that's what you do. That's just not enough for me. It's really not. Have fun over there. It's just not enough for me. I want more. I want true end game. I want to really be challenged. And at the end of the day, I think that's what everybody wants. And hopefully they'll figure it out. I think they're leading towards that. And you notice every new expansion, everything that they add in the game is pretty much adding on and making us have a little bit more expanse, have a little bit more lore, a little bit more reason to actually play. And it's like they're edging it on, but I want them to go full blast, stop all the rest of this stuff right now, and make true endgame. Don't do anything else at this point. Let's talk about in Korea, because it doesn't matter. We just get what Korea gets. Stop everything. Stop all this nonsense. Just make true endgame. Make true dungeons that are like just straight up open world dungeons. Like, we can go in, we can adventure, we can do whatever. We need more of that. We need more reason to actually go and do something where then it's not necessarily just about the grind. Make the dungeons actually give a little bit of EXP. Make the bosses actually give a little bit of EXP, so we're not grinding our asses off for like a whole fucking day for one level. That's boring. It's always been boring. Anybody who tells you otherwise is just lying to themselves and then the rest of the world. So this is what I truly want out of this game right now. It would make me play it religiously. I want to play it religiously, but I just can't bring myself to because I don't want to facilitate boring gameplay like that. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I just wanted to actually talk about that. I'm still thinking about if I want to do influencer videos for Black Desert, but they really need to step the game up. For I'm just going to be bored and just not even want to be paid to make a video for this. And just to be completely transparent, this is not a paid video, because if it was, then I would be showing other things, but this is not. This is just me talking and saying why I don't want to do stuff like that. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace, and maybe I'll see you in game.